Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 23 in another part of the immersive driver career mode with Alfa Romeo. Today we are back with the Mexican Grand Prix. We've got 4 races to go this season: Mexico, Brazil, Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi. I can't wait for the season to end in a way, you know. And I am loving driving for Alfa Romeo, but I love these races that are coming up, and I'm excited to get into Las Vegas as well, and you know, get on with season 2 as well. So make sure you do leave a like down below if you are enjoying the series so far, and of course subscribe for plenty more F1 content. We are within 2 weeks now of F1 Manager 2023 hitting the shelves and hitting the channel with aplomb. Anyway, let's get into it. We can select our rival. We're not going to select any of them.
Thanks.
No,
I appreciate you.
No point in taking on a Mercedes or a Red Bull at this stage of the season. We have got a major chassis upgrade coming, but not for a little while just yet, which is a shame. But let's push on anyway.
Okay,
and head to
the
Mexican Grand Prix. I think probably will be worth putting in a slightly fresher engine for this race. Yeah, that's fine. I definitely want the freshest possible engine, because it is a power-based track, particularly that final sector and into the first sector as well. So fingers crossed it'll all come good, and well, I'll see you guys for qualifying. It'll be our first qualifying session that actually sets the grid for the race for a long time. We've had sprint races recently. Welcome along then to Mexican qualifying. It's going to be tough round here. It's been a really slippy surface to drive on. We've been drifting round the corners rather than turning, so it's going to be interesting. Our pace has been pretty good. If we can hook it up and find the grip, God knows where we'll be. Well, here we come then, up to the line. It's not a fantastic lap, I'm going to be honest with you, and we're up to only 13th after the first run. We have got enough fuel to go for a second lap. I do think there's some instant improvements to be made, so I'm going to do that, but yeah, not ideal. Well, here we come then, 0.8 of a second better, and that puts us 7th with our second run. That's a much better time, much more competitive, faster than our teammate. And hopefully it'll be enough to get through to Q2. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied to sit and wait, and hopefully we will get through. And we do, in 13th place. Pretty decent. Obviously, the track ramped up quite a bit at the end there, but going out in Q1, Sargent, De Vries, Tsunoda, Albon and Oscar Piastri. Well, under quite a bit of pressure here. We had an invalidated lap at the start of this session, meaning that we don't have any sort of bank of time in there. But we were going very, very fast, and we lost the time in the third sector just by extending the track a little bit too much. So we've just got to maybe take off 3%, 4%, make sure we complete the lap. It's a very good first sector, 0.3 quicker than Lance Stroll. The other guy's coming over the line now. Yeah, starting to slide about a little bit, and you can see how much time we've lost through those couple of corners. But through that section a little bit stronger. And there you go. Still 0.3 up on Lance Stroll. It was here we lost our time, just corner cut through there, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough because this is just slow. Very slow, but we're going to come up to the line. And what's it going to be? I think it's 15th. 14th. Well, not good at all, really. Disappointed with that. You can see a couple of tenths off. I mean, a tenth off what we did in Q1, to be fair. So we're going to have to do pretty well in the race, you feel?
Bienvenidos to the most populous city in North America. The legendary Jim Clark won the first official F1 race back in 1963 here, and we've had a veritable who's who of winners ever since. It's Mexico City, and therefore the Mexico City Grand Prix. At 2,285 meters above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners then make a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking into the braking zones of Turn 1 and Turn 4. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Norris, Stroll, Bottas, Magnussen, the captain, Hülkenberg, Sargent, De Vries, Gasly, Tsunoda, Albon, and Oscar Piastri. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the Grand Prix. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way that you approach those roles?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. They're two very different mindsets. In the old days, of course, they used to cover up to 15,000 kilometers of testing in a season, and that role would be more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as possible, so that the data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When lining up on the grid for a race, however, a race driver's frame of mind is all about what they can get out of the situation on that day, and the car is the tool to help them achieve those goals.
Okay then, here we are down on track.
I know what you can do, don't let me down.
I think we're absolutely going to be going for the medium tyre strategy here. Go longer into the race, try and make the best of it. Of what we can, overcut a lot of the drivers and see how we get on. So here we go. Obviously tyre wear not a massive issue here, but this does give us the option of potentially going for hard tyres after the first stint.
Okay,
nice
so
little pull away
on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Just need to make sure the tyres are fabulously up to temperature and that we are ready to rock and roll. That's exactly what we will be trying. But I'm excited to see how we get on today. I think if we can stay out of trouble, I think our pace will be pretty good. We've just got to try and get in front of some of the harder tyre runners nearer the front. I'm assuming, you know, we've got some hard tyre runners right at the front. If we can get in front of them in the first few laps, then that's going to be massive, because the hard tyre was an absolutely horrible tyre to run in Friday practice, so I'm assuming it will be in race trim. Oh, did we touch Magnussen there? Yes, we did. Well, what a shame. Right, let's skip the formation lap then and get into the race. Here we go. Lights out, away we go here. in Mexico, and Norris off to a terrible start there. And plenty of drivers really struggling on the initial getaway. A little bit of contact was made there with George Russell. We're going to head down the middle of our teammate Bottas and a couple of the other guys, but goodness me, what a start we've made here. Up to P6, and P3 not so far ahead of us as we head down the inside of the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Oh my god, what a move. How are we up to 4th? What on earth has happened there? Oh my word. I mean, that was ridiculous. How on earth we managed to make it through all of those drivers, I will never know. Have we got damage? It's feeling pretty slidey, the car. But it doesn't look like we've got any damage. There's Sergio Perez going through. Down the inside, we're leaving him space, but not just letting him past. There's Carlos Sainz already a second behind us on that hard tyre. As I said, that hard tyre, absolutely awful tyre to be on around here. But Charles Leclerc isn't too far ahead of us. 2.6 seconds. He's on the hard tyre as well. He's fighting with Lewis Hamilton right now for the final podium position, as Max Verstappen has taken the lead in this Grand Prix. And what an important time of the season for him to be doing that, as he's losing ground to Lewis Hamilton in the championship battle. He needs to beat Lewis Hamilton today. Bottas was up to P6 temporarily there. So it really looks like the Alfa Romeos have got off to the perfect start. Well, we can't complain too much about that. What a start. And P4, I had a good feeling about this, but I wasn't expecting to make up 9 places on the opening lap. But we were just in the right place at the right time. We were aggressive and got away without any damage, and that's the key. But 1.7 behind Charles Leclerc, already 3.5 ahead of that train, including Fernando Alonso and our teammate Valtteri Bottas. But what we need to do is get within a second of Charles Leclerc here. 1.4 seconds now.
Okay,
well, we put in the fastest lap of the race. We'll certainly settle for that. Goodness me. Here comes Sergio Perez, though. Superior straight line speed in that Red Bull. We're just going to let him go, because he will just catch up to Charles and make a move out of it. We're quite happy to sit in his slipstream and follow him through. They join me on lap 6 of this Grand Prix. It's settled down a little bit. We've dropped out of the DRS range of Sergio Perez, and well, Leclerc seems to have found some pace, as Lance Stroll has passed his teammate Fernando Alonso for 6th position. Yeah, I don't know.
And gap to the car in front is
Stroll going to be able to
seconds.
Catch us up here? It's a question, has he got the pace? But now this is the phase of the Grand Prix where soft tyre runners might just start to be feeling the effects of tyre wear a little bit. That's our second warning on track limits, and it's a bit worrying at this stage, because we certainly do not want a 3-second time penalty, but it's just so unpredictable, this car, that I feel like any sudden change of steering angle and we are going in the wall. Tell you what, Stroll's got some good pace. Fernando Alonso has dropped off significantly though. He's now 5 seconds behind us, as Leclerc has just been passed by Lewis Hamilton briefly up ahead. But the person that's loving this the most is Max Verstappen. Lap 10 of this Grand Prix, and we are still in 5th place. Still have the fastest lap as well, which is pretty impressive at this stage. We're building a nice gap to Stroll behind, but not really making too many inroads on the top 4, which is what you'd kind of expect. And, well, Bottas has made a move on Magnussen for P7, so, as I say, it's a very, very good day for Alfa Romeo at the moment. Let's hope it continues. Well, people are in the pit lane, which is interesting, including Charles Leclerc, actually, who was on the hard tyres. And that makes things a little bit more interesting here. It's Valtteri Bottas in the pits as well. We just got to hope that there's no undercut here. Or not a massive one anyway. We've got to stay out there. We've got to stick to the plan. 3 more laps and then we'll be in. Well, Nick de Vries is out, and there's the safety car.
Deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta. Make penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Well, we're in. Nothing we could do in terms of changing the strategy, but this is going to massively help us.
Okay, go, go, go.
We are away.
Perfect job from you.
Soft tyres. It's going to be tough. 12 laps until the end of the race.
Pit strategy
we are
complete.
Back out.
See these tyres through to the end now.
In 5th place. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I've no idea how this is going to work out, but hopefully we can look after these tyres throughout the safety car period. See how it goes from there. Well, safety cars worked out well for us. We're looking after our soft tyres to the point where we're pretty much where we would have been had we pitted on this lap as planned. And now we can take these soft tyres right to the end of this Grand Prix. We are ready to go once again here in Mexico.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Utilizing some of the energy,
okay,
but it is going to be tricky, and we've got side-by-side action up ahead. Obviously, Max Verstappen will be trying to get back past his teammate Sergio Perez in these first few corners so that he can make a bit of a move on Lewis Hamilton. Oh, as Charles Leclerc locks up. And we managed to fly around the outside. That's a good manoeuvre. On these soft tyres, we're trying to look after them. But we're up to P4 as it stands. Very, very solid. Here comes Charles Leclerc with DRS. We try and push him towards the inside there. Oh, and he... wow. Very much went wide on us there. And that could have been a nasty little incident, and it looks like Charles Leclerc's maybe lost a little bit of front wing. I don't know really what he was doing. I think he must have locked up as Verstappen and Perez are going side by side. Looks like Perez is not having any of it. He's not letting Verstappen past. I guess, in theory, Perez still in the fight, really. If you work it out mathematically.
The Red Bull driver's just moved into first place.
Here comes Charles Leclerc again. He has a little gander. Can't make it past, and we are managing to stay with this top 3 for now. It's not going to last for long. The longer we can stay with these guys, the better, as Leclerc falls out of our 1 second window. And now he's going to be at the mercy of George Russell. Behind as Verstappen takes the lead of this Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton trying to wait and see if there's going to be any pieces to pick up here. Well, we've still got the two Red Bulls fighting it out up ahead. We got Verstappen round the outside of Sergio Perez. And, well, ourselves and Lewis Hamilton, we're waiting to pick up any pieces that might fall.
The Red Bull drivers just completed a pass for the lead.
Oh no, well, 3-second penalty, and that could be crucial.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
So annoying. And for the third race in a row, starting to get some penalties now, and there goes George Russell. Desperately trying to stay in front of him. And we hold it round the outside. It's good manoeuvre. Very disappointing. We should be able to stay in front of Stroll as long as we don't really slow down. We've got 4 laps to go here, but yeah, that's gutting. And here he goes then, George Russell through.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Nothing we can do about that. Leclerc might fancy his chances as well. Two and a half laps to go. Well, there goes Charles Leclerc with DRS, and he's through pretty easily as well. And now I'm a bit worried about Lance Stroll and Nico Hülkenberg.
Okay, so
okay, final lap of this Grand Prix. We are going to get DRS in the first 2 zones, which is really, really useful. I'm trying to stay ahead of Lance Stroll, even with the 3-second penalty. We'll stay with the action here because this is going to be an intense lap. We need to stay within 3 seconds of Stroll to complete a terrific race and get 8 points for the team. That would be massive.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
3.5 seconds. We just need to stay within half a second of Lance Stroll for the rest of this lap. And that's pretty much perfect through there at this stage of the race. Just got to make sure we make no mistakes now as we come round the final couple of corners, and you can hear the fireworks going off because coming round is Sergio Perez to win here at his home race. Are we going to hang on to P6? I think we are. And that is a terrific performance. 8 points in the bag, but 7th place in the end, actually. So 6 points. Wow, that must have been close with Lance Stroll. Bit disappointing, not gonna lie, but hey, you know, these things happen, and I'm just very happy that we got some points.
Deliver such an incredible result today.
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. Let's see how the driver's standings have changed. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
Let's move on to the constructors. And Red Bull take over as championship leaders. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One, so be sure to join us for the next one.
So there we have it then, 7th place, and that gets us a little bit further secure in 9th place. Gets us back up into 6th in the Constructors as well, just 5 points behind McLaren. What a battle. Shame that Bottas didn't manage to finish in the points in the end. I think the safety car did unfortunately make him struggle in the end. But there you have it. Let's continue on and... Of course, you know, sure, very, very happy to get through there. And, well, 3 rounds to go, starting in Brazil next time out. It's going to be good. We've got a powertrain upgrade coming as well. So, hopefully, all is good in the hood. And, hopefully, we can finish off this season with a flourish, complete a top 10 finish in the championship, try and secure 5th in the championship for us at Alfa Romeo, and push on into season 2. But that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more F1 content. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.